Alright, so a video about cooking a good steak. Alright, well, a good steak starts with a good piece of meat. So here's the meat Mom bought from Costco, okay? Cost, let's see, 11 bucks a pound. And it's nice and thick. It's like an inch and 3/4 thick, so an inch and a half or inch and 3/4 is kind of good piece of meat. Another thing you're looking for is good marbling. You don't necessarily need big chunks of fat in there, but the marbling in the muscle, like that. The other thing is you could age the beef. You can leave it in the fridge for like, up to a week, preferably not, open to the air too much. All right. All right. So a good cut of meat is your ribeye. So ribeye, Mom likes the New York strip. I don't particularly care for it that much. For the same price, I'd rather have ribeye. So when you take it out of the fridge, you want to dry it off. You don't want that much moisture on it. And preferably, it's not super necessary, but you're better off letting it warm up to get to room temperature before you throw it on the grill. Okay, so this one here is not pre-seasoned. We just bought it in the package and put it in the fridge. You don't need a lot of seasoning. So for me, I just use kind of a generous amount of salt on each side, and then I put granulated garlic on it. With this thick a steak, you generally don't have to worry too much about um, over seasoning it. Alright, so that's it there. I'm going to let it warm up for 20-30 minutes, and then I'll light the grill. Okay, the steak's been sitting here, I don't know, about 30 minutes or so. So I'm going to go light the grill. So the next thing you need is a pretty decent grill. Alright, so this one here is a propane grill. But I really like this one. So this is a Weber 2 burner. It's got cast iron grates, and it's got a built-in thermostat to tell you what the temperature is inside. So we'll let that warm up for a little bit. So it's been heating up like 5 minutes or so. So nice thing about the propane grill is that it's just a lot easier. It'll heat up nice and fast. Doesn't take a lot of maintenance, and it's quick. So you need to know your grill. You need to know how it cooks. Each grill is going to be a little bit different. As you can see, I got 2 burners, but I'm only cooking on 1 burner, so I'm using this this front half of the grill, and the regulator comes from this side, so this right side is a little bit hotter than the left side, and you kind of want, pretty much, you want a lot of heat. So the way this steak is, I'm going to put this side to the hotter spot because it's covered with the fat over there, so I'm going to put it on this way, and I'm going to set it right on that hottest part of the grill right there. So just like that, and I'm going to keep it on the burner on full blast. So the thicker the meat, the less heat you're going to need, because it's going to take longer to kind of cook it towards the center of the cut. The thinner the meat, the absolute hotter you need, especially if you want to get like a medium rare cut, because what you're shooting for is you want to get a nice little char on the outside of the meat, and I'll tell you what that does in a little on the next one. It's been about 5 minutes on the grill. I can tell it just by the fact that there's not a lot of smoke coming out that it's not quite ready. Um, so the temperature of the grill is over 400 degrees. So you're looking to start searing that one side, and what you want to take place is called a Maillard reaction, Maillard, and I don't know all the scientific details, but that's what adds the flavor to the meat, is that reaction that takes place on the outside of the meat when it heats up and has some kind of enzymatic reaction with the amino acids. So you definitely want to brown and sear the outside of the meat. So let's just take a look at it real quick. Actually, that's just about, I'm going to leave it just a few more minutes and then I'm going to turn it over. It's been just a couple minutes and you can see you're starting to get a little bit more smoke coming off the grill. So it's about ready to flip. So the cooking times vary. It'll vary based on the thickness of the steak. It'll vary on how fast you're cooking it, like how hot or how high you've got the burner set. Um, so cooking it, if you're cooking it slower to kind of get it more well done on the inside, then you don't want it as dark. So if you got a thick steak and you want it a nice medium rare, you want it dark on the outside to keep it kind of pink on the inside. You don't want it cooking so fast when you have a lot of fat dripping off, and then it hitting those flavor bars and that fat causing just a roaring flame underneath. It'll distort the flavor with the burning fat. So the fat should render on the inside, kind of get soft. You see how soft that is right there? You can kind of get a little peak sometimes if you see some red in there. You can kind of tell what it is doing on the inside. You see a little bit of blood dripping out. It's not super well done. So, like the outside fat, you want that to get kind of dark. That's probably good for me, but not good for Mom. Some of our handiwork out in the backyard. Alright, I think I'm gonna just flip it and check it the other side. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. Maybe a couple more minutes. 30 seconds. Haven't seen too many squirrels or chipmunks around. I don't know where they've all gone. Beats me. Alright, let's take that baby off. See, that's a good grill right there, nice and seasoned. Don't try to clean it too much. Oh, spider. Well, I guess I'm still recording. Alright, so you want to set it, cover it for like 10 minutes. You don't want it to cool down too fast. Alright, so about a quarter till it should be ready to eat. Alright, it's been a little over 10 minutes. Mom's gonna be the judge on the steak, see if it's to her liking or not. Okay. Ain't that right, sweetie? Alright, how's it smell?
Smells great, looks great. Cut right down the middle like always. It's a little tougher than. Oh, looks beautiful. Looks done to my liking. Ready.
Let's see the other side.
This is the test bite right here.
Hold that up to the light so I can see that.
This?
Yeah, oh yeah, there you go. Oh, perfect. Alright. How's it taste?
Great. Good.
Alright, that's how you make a good steak.